Your husband set fire to the kitchen. Is that covered? Well, I'm assuming he did it by accident. And if it's accidental, then absolutely it should be covered. I hear this a lot. It's interesting, specifically with kitchen fires. People are embarrassed by it. I had one woman whose aunt set fire to the kitchen, and they didn't want to report it out of fear that her aunt would be arrested for arson. Arson is deliberate setting a fire. If you're just a bad cook and you light your kitchen on fire, well, you probably need to get some cooking lessons, but this is going to be covered by your insurance. Maybe if your husband did it, I can't guarantee it's going to pay for any kind of counseling or divorce fees, but it will pay to replace your kitchen. However, at the same time, your insurance carrier is still going to want to pay as little as possible. So it's a good idea to have someone representing your best interest other than someone who works for the insurance company. Can your claim be denied because your roof is worn out? Well, I've heard this one way more than I think I should. I'm always surprised. The answer is no. Your insurance company is looking for a reason not to pay your claim, whether it's a legitimate reason or not. And if you're paying a premium on a regular basis to have your home insured, then they have to pay for any covered peril that occurs to your roof or any other part of your house. This is why you need a public adjuster. There have been studies I've done that have determined that the average homeowner will collect more than 5 times more money using a public adjuster rather than filing a claim themselves. And that's because insurance companies don't want to pay. They're all about making a profit, and their adjusters are looking out for their best interests. When you hire a public adjuster, we're looking out for your best interests. Does your homeowner's policy cover water damage? Well, that's an interesting question. The answer is yes and no, depending on where the water came from. And you need to be very careful when you file a claim of this nature, because if you tell the insurance company that you have a flood and you're really referring to a plumbing leak, they could just tell you your claim's not going to be paid, and that's not correct. This is a tricky area. If it's a pipe leak or if it's water intrusion from a covered peril, then yes, it is covered. But if it's groundwater intrusion or something of the nature of a flood, it would not be covered by your homeowner's policy. You'd have to have a separate flood policy. This can get very confusing, and the insurance companies know that and will use it as a reason to dissuade you from filing a claim. This is why you need a public insurance adjuster. Our job is to represent your best interest. The insurance company's adjusters represent the insurance company's best interest. So how do you file an insurance claim? Well, the first thing a lot of people don't realize is that you don't file an insurance claim with your agent. You have a policy declarations page that comes with your insurance policy, and on that has the claims number that you are going to call. You're going to call that number and tell them about your insurance claim. Be very careful. They're recording everything you say, and from the very beginning, they're looking for reasons to either pay as little as possible or deny your claim completely. If you use incorrect jargon or you make a mistake in what you mean to say and you meant to say something else, it doesn't matter. It's very, very hard to unsay those things. So be very careful and be very specific when you're filing your claim. You can also have a public insurance adjuster file the claim on your behalf. The Florida legislature did a study and determined that the average homeowner collected 5 times more money by using a public adjuster to file their claim rather than filing it on their own.